says, Section 71 of the Companies Act 2017 says that if an applicant has been allotted share, he must be issued a share certificate within 15 days. And if a violation is made, I mean, if he is not issued even after the expiry of 1 month, any such share certificate, this is a violation of Section 71. And Section 71 says that a violation of this section shall be an offense liable to a penalty. The penalty would be imposed upon the person, on the director who is liable to that. I mean, there is no benefit for the applicant. If the applicant is given, I mean, this is a section that delay will not be made because then in that case there will be a fine. That's why. So far as the transfer is concerned, Section 74 talks about transfer. Shares can easily be transferred in a public company, not in a private. You see, I am going. Ghulam Haider is there. Ghulam Haider, are you attentive? Ghulam Haider. Sadia Nawaz. Alina Sheikh. Okay. Just suppose that Sadia Nawaz has 100 shares. But fortunately, she has bought, she migrated to Saudi Arabia. She is no more interested. She sells her shares to whom? To Ayman Muslim. She sells her Sadia Nawaz. You see, she has migrated to Saudi Arabia. Why? Because she needs to go to there. She sells her shares, 100 shares, to Ayman Muslim. So Ayman Muslim, she gives her the certificate showing that Sadia Nawaz is the owner of 100 share in such and such company. She hands Ayman Nawaz the certificate and gets the money, put it in pocket and flies to Saudi Arabia. Okay? Anyways, we see it. Actually, de facto owner is now Ayman Muslim, but de jure legal owner is still Sadia Nawaz until the time this transfer of shares from Sadia Nawaz to Ayman Muslim is effected in the company's document. So that will also need an application from Sadia Nawaz. Sadia Nawaz will apply that I have transferred my share. So they should be transferred. The company would remove the name of Sadia Nawaz and would instead of her, Ayman Nawaz name would be dashed. So what I need to say, or what section 74 says, that easily transferable. Okay? They can be transferred. Coming to the last point, can a company, you know it very well, that every company, whether it's public or private, provided it is limited by share, it will have to have a share capital. And that share capital is not unlimited. The amount of that share capital, the amount of money with which the company is planning to start its business, has to be clearly mentioned. It has to be clearly mentioned in the memorandum of association. Just suppose that it was 1 billion rupees. 1 billion rupees. The company was successful to seek 1 billion rupees by selling its shares to the public. They started a cement factory. Cement factory was a very successful project. Now they are planning to erect a second cement factory because they have realized that producing cement is a very profitable business. But from where they will arrange the money? They will need capital for that. But they cannot have a share capital. They have already allotted the shares, you see, what the share capital. They had mentioned in the memorandum of association that they would have 1 billion rupees as capital and they would have 100,000 shares. They have allotted shares. Now, can the company increase its share capital? Yes, why not? But there is a procedure. There are requirements. The company may change it. It was 1 billion rupees. Now they want to make their share capital 2 millions. So they would need to amend, they would need to alter the memorandum of association. Okay, and you know it very well that the memorandum of association would be altered by a special resolution, a resolution supported by three-fourths of the shareholders. If they can do it successfully under section 85, they can increase. Just suppose that they had previously 1 billion as a share capital divided into 1,000 shares. Now they, after the amendment, after the alteration of the memorandum of association, they have made it 2 billion rupees. So obviously 2 billion rupees would be divided into 2,000 shares. So it means that they can allot another 1,000 shares and they can raise another 1 billion rupees from the company. Okay. So it can be increased very easily. Section 85 says a company having share capital may, if so authorized by its article, alter the condition of its memorandum through a special resolution so as to increase its authorized capital by such amount as it is. Number one, it can increase the capital. Okay. Number two, the two ways to increase its capital is to consolidate and divide the whole or any part of the share capital into the share of greater amount, larger amount than its existing shares. How can it be done? Previously the company had 1,000 shares. Every share, just suppose, every share, the price of every share, the value of every share was 1,000. There were 100 shares, meaning the share capital was 100,000 rupees, isn't it? Now it can increase the number, it can consolidate, it can divide the shares into 2,000. Not only can divide the shares, 1,000 shares into 2,000, but it can increase the value of the shares as well. Previously, one share was equal to 1,000 rupees. Now it can be, after the amendment, it can be 2,000. In this way, the capital can be increased. In the same way, it can subdivide its shares or any of them into shares of smaller amount. Okay, it can consolidate. There were 1,000 shares. There were, first of all, consolidation. There were 1,000 shares. The company decreased the number of shares into 500. So previously, one share was for 1,000 rupees. Now, one you see share is for 2,000 rupees. So company has still 500 more shares finishing for one. It can subdivide. It can merge two shares into one. It can subdivide as well. You see, previously it had 1,000 shares. Now it has divided one share into two. Previously, the price was the value of one share was 1,000 rupees, and number of shares was 1,000. Now they have doubled the number of shares. They have subdivided one share into two. Previously, the number of shares was 1,000. Now it is 2,000. It can decrease. It can cancel shares which are unrepresented. People have voted and they have never been seen. They can cancel it. So many ways. If you go through section 85, this was about the increase of share count. So many ways of increase. But it's not possible. It's not possible that the company may increase its share capital or may decrease its share capital. Although, who is coming now? Nabi Muslim. Okay, so it can increase, it can decrease. Increase is easy. Just
A special resolution, just alteration of memorandum of association, and they would be allowed to increase. But why increase is encouraged? Why increase has been made by the Companies Act 2017 easy? Because increase means you see prosperity, development. You see increase in the number of factories means increase in the number of jobs, increase in the you see in the ratio of profit which the shareholders will be getting. While on the other hand, decrease if a company for some reason needs to decrease. It had a sugar producing factory which used to produce a lot. Now they want to cut it into half. A small sugar factory. Previously they had 1 billion as the share capital. Now they want to decrease their share capital to half billion. Half billion. Okay. So decrease is not good for the society. Decrease means decrease of jobs, downsizing, very dreadful thing. In this comment, you see, not in our country, but all over the world, particularly in America and younger countries. Downsizing is a dreadful word. People have lost their jobs. I have in my neighborhood a very high official of Qatar, Qatar Airlines might be getting 1 million or half or 2 millions per month. Now he's under downsizing, he's at home. And it's very difficult for him to earn his reserve. Okay, so decrease is discouraged, and decrease has been made difficult by the act. Why? Because it will bring with it so many evils. Downsizing, half of the laborers would you see would lose their jobs, and the share of the shareholders would be cut to half. That's why there is a condition imposed by Section 89 on the decrease of the share capital. And that is that a court has to be decided. A court has to be consulted. If a company wants to get its share capital decreased, then this is a condition under Section 89 that first the company would file its case with a court of law. Initially, that would be a company course. Okay, the company would live in the company cannot be allowed. You see, for no reason to decrease. No, the court would look into the reason provided for decrease. If the court is convinced, only then it can be allowed to decrease. I mean, naturally by amending, by altering its memorandum of association. Till that time, a company cannot be allowed to decrease its capital. So, subject to confirmation, Section 89, I'm reading Section 89. Subject to confirmation by the court, a company limited by share, if so authorized by its article, may by special resolution reduce its share capital in any way, namely, it can, but if confirmed by the court, if allowed by the court, it can, how can it decrease? There are two ways. Either it can cancel any paid up share capital which is lost or unrepresented. Just suppose that in the beginning of the business, the company allotted 1,000 shares. Out of those 1,000 shares, 300 shareholders never took nothing known about their whereabouts. So those shares are lost, they can be cancelled. Okay? Or company may call half of may ask the shareholders to sell their shares to the company. And they are not meant to sell their shares until and unless you see the company's offer is attractive. The company gives them a good offer that sell your shares to us. So the company is successful to buy half of the shares. It can cancel half of the shares, and in this way, it can decrease its share capital to 50%. Section 89. And Upon this, I'm going to end the rest of 6 minutes.